some losses they never would know. Took the long route, they had cut me before. We was down bad, talking broken and broke. Now I'm dealing, hoping it's all for the low.
Yo. Welcome back to Hoops with Low and the Bros.
We're not doing We're not doing none of that. You see what time it is. You see what time it is. Don't play around like this is a regular podcast. Cause I'm gonna do like this, real slow. Check me out. Check that man out in the back. That's how we all feeling right now.
Bring them out.
Bring them out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on,
Never
son.
forget.
Are you
Never
crazy?
forget.
53 years is over.
Never
53
forget.
years is over. I didn't
Never
even buy no
forget.
merch. I did several podcasts talking heavy about the Knicks this entire playoff run. I did not buy any merch before the run started. And so I felt like if I buy some merch and start wearing it, we was going to lose. So I didn't buy a stitch of merch until last night, and I went stupid. I'm about to be nicked out forever. The next 6 months is all Knicks stuff. Do you hear me? If you want to buy me a gift out there, it better be some Knicks stuff. I need towels, I need socks, I need hats, I need t-shirts, I need shorts, I need hoodies, I need jackets, I need sweatpants for the sweatshirts, and maybe some kicks. Not the kicks. They don't look good for don't get me no Knicks kicks. I don't. Nah, those joints don't get me that.
Right.
The Air Max ones might get a pass. The Knicks retro 4s, those were kind of tough too. They might have some. They might have some 8s coming out later on this year. I don't know about all that, but yes, it is over. The drought is over. Can't nobody tell me nothing about the Knicks ever again. What are you gonna say? What can you say?
What can you say?
Nothing else to say. There's nothing
What
else
can
to
you
say. We are the
5
champs.
games.
Yep.
We never met anybody that could play this whole time. We was playing against blind kids, the deaf, all types of other people.
Yep.
Non-NBA players, obviously.
Non-NBA. Non-NBA. There's a couple of people that was on that Spurs team that was in junior high school when Brunson got drafted. Like they had a book report, a 7th grade book report to turn in by the end of the week when Jalen Brunson was getting drafted. That was the advantage we had. And we exploited it and we used it and we got the chip. That's it.
As it turns out, it was the Knick Invitational. Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming through.
I said so in the other. Oh wait, no, I think that was post pod. Like we started talking, and I said, no, actually, I did say it on camera. This was the Knicks championship to lose, and somebody had to prove me wrong. I said that as far as I know, we're not supposed to be here. The number 2 seed in the West is supposed to be there. The Knicks were supposed to get beat by every team in the East, and by the time we got there, we was supposed to get smoked. In my opinion, the pressure's off of us and on the team that was supposed to win. They didn't win, so we was playing with house money, and we got it done. Jalen Brunson, 45 points on a closeout game. I don't know very many people that did that. They put a list up. It had like Oscar Robertson, Michael Jordan, a couple other names that's too legendary to even think about right now. But that's what we're doing. We are set up for a good run next season for the next 12 months. We are the defending champs. Somebody got to knock us off, and that's just how it's going to be.
That's what it's going to be. 365.
That's it. This is the littest summer in the world. The littest summer in the world. I promise you. If you're in New York, this is going to be the littest summer of your life. I promise you. That's about it. Go ahead, Lo. I'm sorry that cut you off.
Oh nah, you good, brother. Y'all continue, man. Y'all got it. It's a Knicks takeover.
They say a small guard couldn't do it. Why? Yep. I don't know. Maybe
not at all.
Maybe he couldn't jump. He couldn't 360. He couldn't windmill. He couldn't go past his man at will, just off of just straight running straight in a straight line or something. Like we playing track. Like this ain't. He ain't he's a bagless wonder. Like, what are we doing, man? He put dudes in the blender every series, bro. Every time it was time to take it there, he took it further, bro.
100%. 100%. That boy, as they said, there's no lead too big and no guard too small when dealing with Jalen Brunson. They said that man couldn't be a 1A. They said he was too small. And I don't understand why, because the man has literally done nothing but win his entire life. He won in high school. He won 2 in college. He was going to win in the NBA just off of his own nature. Like the Knicks were in a position where we needed somebody to kind of just steer the ship, show us what winning is all about. He came here and he got it done. With the help of the rest of the team and Leon Rose, Worldwide West, everybody putting the team together. But Jalen Brunson's a winner. He's been a winner forever. We spent $100 and million we spent to get him over here from Dallas. Dallas was dumb enough to let him go. Dallas, honestly speaking, and this is probably like this might be a little bit of an ISO, but Dallas might need to just like give up. Y'all got to give up y'all team. The way y'all mismanage that roster, y'all just might as well just give up your team. Be the Fort Worth Mavericks. Like, don't leave Texas, but just get out of Dallas because they don't deserve you. They already got the Cowboys. You see what they're doing over there with them. So I don't know if we really need sports franchises in Dallas. It is clear that they are mismanaging things. They are success divergent in Dallas. They do not like success. They just stay away from it like the freaking plague. So just get because you lost Jalen Brunson and you lost Luka Doncic and you lost Anthony Davis, all for Cooper Flag. The Fort Worth Mavericks, like starting tomorrow. That's what needs to happen.
I gotta see. I'm interested to see who's gonna be their coach. Do we know yet?
I don't think they selected nobody.
Yeah.
I thought the Magic coach got hired immediately. The old Magic coach, he's at New Orleans now, I think.
New Orleans now, yeah.
But I don't think they're moving fast with the Jason Kidd replacement. More so because they don't really need to. They really need to address the roster before they address the coach, which sounds a little strange. Because whatever coach, unless he's a proven winner. Oh wait, where's Taylor Jenkins? Taylor Jenkins got hired somewhere.
He did.
Yeah, I think.
Oh
no, the Bucks. The Bucks. He went to the Bucks. Yeah,
but
I don't know.
We are back. Speaking about that, I'm glad we could get away from the Cowboys delusion. We not those type of fans no more. We can't talk all this the Knicks and we got nothing to prove. We got nothing to show for it, bro. This was from out the mud, low 5 years, 6 years since the beginning of this decade. Tom, thanks. You know what I'm saying, Mike?
Thank you,
Mike. You did what you were supposed to. We all did. Everybody did what they were supposed to, bro. It's the first time where a plan is executed and it worked, bro. Leon Rose, thank you.
Yep. James Dolan, thank you for staying out the way. Like you still a jerk. I really didn't like seeing you holding the trophy after all of the stuff you put us through. But for the most part, in order for us to get the success we got now, you got out the way. I want to touch on something real quick though. Pause. The comparison between Knicks fans and Dallas Cowboy fans. I've always been against it because it really didn't apply for one very, very specific reason. Two very specific reasons. One, the Cowboys always had a roster talented enough to win a Super Bowl. So we don't have that. We've had Lance Thomas and Frank Ntilikina. Like those are not NBA Finals bound players. I don't think on any team, right? So we've never had a roster that was good enough to compete for anything worth mentioning. The Cowboys did and do and still lose. And the moment we went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, we shouldn't have been compared to the Cowboys because they have never been to a NFC championship game since 95, 96. So we really don't compare. It's two totally different situations. But I get it because we're rabid and we show up and we let people know who we are and who we rooting for, and we don't really pull no punches. Quite literally, if you saw some of them clips floating around on the internet. So for the most part, we're not really that franchise, and now we have a championship. So now we are separated. Every conversation that we enter into, there's gonna be people who's gonna be upset and annoyed, and the Knicks fans is gonna be because we're gonna talk a lot. You're gonna hear a lot of Knicks fans over the next few months just talking because we couldn't before. Like, when people talk about their teams, we couldn't talk about ours because our team was trash and we had no hope, right? It wasn't like we're having a down year, but we're going to rebuild and, we're going to get back up. We were never up. We just now started being up. So now, bear with us, America. There's going to be a lot of Knicks fans talking to you about the Knicks and you really, really don't care, or you might have been one of the teams the Knicks smoked on the way to the finals. But just bear with us. We'll, by September, October, we'll probably be coming down off the high a little bit. No promises though, because around that time the season's gonna start again and we'll be the defending champs. So now you're gonna, we'll be talking to you like that, whatever y'all doing in the regular season, cool. We still the champs though.
Nah,
so
this a Cleveland chip, my boy. This is a Cleveland chip. Like they good right now based on 2016. Still, man, we got Donovan. We cool. 2016. That's what we're going to be saying 10 years from now. Yeah, like whatever's happening going on, 2026.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Now you players, now you boys from the 1970s who won championships, we won't bother y'all no more. Y'all can rest. We won't have no more, 50th anniversary of the last time we had a championship. Like y'all could just rest now. Y'all are 80 something years old. You really don't want to leave the house no way. It was kind of shameful on us to make you leave just so that we could show players, I mean people that we actually had players that at one point or another won a championship. Y'all could chill. You know what I mean? 26 is the year that everything changed. And the year that started the run, because now we about to win 3 championships in a row like the 01 Lakers. We about to take
Sir.
over the world. We taking
Yes,
over the world.
sir.
Jalen Brunson's better than Michael Jordan
Orange
in
blue
my
time.
opinion. You know what I mean? Like he's literally the greatest player that's ever touched the basketball of any type, of any sort, in any place on the planet. Jalen Brunson for president, for emperor of Earth. Like
Is
let's
he
go.
is he in that upper echelon category of clutch players in the playoffs though? Like, does this
Yes.
cement it?
Yes, this cements it, but there was he had developed a reputation since last year. All of the stuff that he was doing in Detroit and Cleveland, and even the year before that, when he first
Yeah,
got on the
before
scene,
that.
he was showing people when he was with Dallas, he was showing people he was a playoff performer. He dropped 40 in the playoffs. He was averaging like 30 during that series that he had when Luka was out. So his playoff performance reputation speaks for itself. He's in the group. I don't know what type of group. I don't know. Don't want to put a ranking or anything like that, but without question, like that. If there's anything else you know about Jalen Brunson, you know he's going to perform when it's time, when it's go time.
Yeah, I seen something where Gilbert was talking about, and shout out to Gilbert. He was talking about how he's up there with Jordan and Kobe as far as the fourth quarter um assassination that he's been
Yeah,
playing. Like
I'll give it
craziness,
to him. I'll give that to him.
craziness,
I don't.
bruh.
I mean, we're just talking about closing out games. I don't know anybody better in this current NBA outside of maybe SGA. Like that, I don't know anybody else that's really closing games out the way Jalen Brunson do. If there was a 29-point lead that didn't matter, right? Like it's stuff like that. It speaks
Yeah,
volumes. Like as you, what could you possibly say about a dude who was the spearhead of that comeback? Like a 29-point come. Y'all had
yeah,
29 points and y'all couldn't make it happen. ISO
and
greater. Go ahead, Lo.
oh,
Yeah, it was a lot that y'all said that I wanted to respond to. Uh, it was a lot of natural hate that was rising up. Pause.
Okay.
There was, there was some funny things, some funny remarks I wanted to have and respond to. Um, and I almost did, but instead, I think I'm gonna just start with this. A real man, when he says something, when he does something, and he's wrong, a real man does not go home, hide, don't show face.
Hmm.
He stands on what he said. He stands on what he did, and he says I'm wrong. So I want to first say to you boys, you're a Nick representation. So I'll say it to
Hmm.
y'all and let
Hmm.
y'all be the representation of the whole Nick organization. Along with first I'm gonna go Knicks, and then I'm gonna go to the other part that's a little bit more personal. Shout
Okay.
out to the Knicks. You never heard me say that. In the Jalen Brunson era, congratulations to New York.
Hmm.
It's so funny because no matter how many times I say I claim the Met, Carolina, whatever, people just always associate me with New York. I'm not mad at it. I never have been. I only don't go crazy about my ties to New York because growing up, every time I came up there, y'all would remind me how country I was, how I'm not really a New Yorker for real. Yeah.
Me?
Oh yeah. Listen, as we get older, things become different. But then, it was like, yo, you are not valid. You are
I
not.
never said you wasn't valid,
Now
bro.
look,
Never
it's
one
all
time.
good. It's all good. I wasn't valid though. I'm not getting this out of thin air. So I've
Mhm.
always claimed where I grew up from. You know what I'm saying? Plus the natural rule is I've heard two different rules. I've heard
Mhm.
where you went to high school is where you're from. And
Mhm.
if you live in a place for 10 plus years, you could say you're from that place. That's what I've
Mhm.
heard. So I haven't done both in New York. I've not done neither. So
Mhm.
that said, but I've been getting congratulated all day. Like, bro, do you not
Mm.
follow me on socials? Do you not? I've been spewing hate for months. Like
yo,
it's
that's
like
Right. Years.
it's crazy, right? So, but what I will say is, I say all that to say, I don't fight the association. Matter of fact, I'll give you a prime example, and this will make you
Hmm.
remember what you said about me in New York.
Okay.
When I first got my very first tattoo,
Hmm. The New York one.
a New York one.
Yeah.
Y'all boys was like, yo, he went and got a New York tattoo. He's a Carolina boy. Y'all was frying me about that. My first tattoo, I got project buildings on me. Bro,
If
y'all
I said anything about the tattoo, that's probably what it was, bro. It's like he
it
got a
wasn't.
little too over detailed on the tat. That was probably it.
I promise you, y'all fried me. I was like, bro, you got your
No, but
first tat, like you went and got a New York tattoo, and it was
no,
cool.
we didn't say that. We didn't say the project part, bro. That's an
I
You
originality.
didn't
didn't
know
say
that.
it.
That's
I'm
crazy.
talking about Ant and Kirk, but
I said the project. I don't
no,
remember this, bro.
not the project building
Yeah,
part, not the
Yeah.
project building part,
yeah.
but it was just more so about just the fact that I got a New York tattoo off the rip. But I've
Yeah.
always been proud of it. Growing
Hmm.
up down south, and y'all understanding a lot more now, especially Kirk, because he's lived here coming up on 6 years. He sees that although we're here and we've been here, we're not Southern. Like we're just not. Like so it's weird because you don't necessarily fit in down all the way down here and like connect like we do,
Hmm.
but it's not. You could tell something's different about us, but then
Hmm.
we're country to New Yorkers, right? So it's like, yo, what is it? You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
I say all that to say congratulations to New York. I've been very clear. Hope y'all could back me up. I've never
Hmm.
had a problem with New York ever.
Never. Never.
I'm a Yankees fan. I got
Hmm.
5 New York Yankees fitteds from black to navy blue.
Hmm.
I rock with New York. Um, Before Jalen Brunson, y'all never heard me spew Nick hate. I used to root for Melo and Shumpin and boys to beat Cleveland. Like
Hmm.
it was never about New York. I say the only other tie to the Knicks,
Miami.
right?
Hmm.
That's right, to Miami. The only other ties that I'll say that I had negativity towards Knicks, but not New York, was I
Hmm.
grew up playing against the Atlanta Knicks. And Nooch can tell
Hmm.
you we had big smoke with these boys, and they had our number. Shout out to the
Hmm.
Slammers. We used to wash everybody and everybody.
Hmm.
But when we went to go see these
Who?
boys,
Hmm.
it got
It
rough
was
for us.
different.
And they had Nooska Stamp. They had real New York, like Nick. They took the whole logo.
Yeah, they
They
had
Hmm.
real uniforms.
it
They was
was
lit.
real. It looked like what Mitch is wearing in your background, bro. It was the Knicks for real, but they was the Atlanta Knicks. Shout out to Ty, shout out to Nate Mason. Both of them went far in their careers. We used to battle with these boys. So I'm just telling you like the things I had with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Moving on, because I know I've been long-winded. I was wrong, Jalen. I was wrong.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, Jalen Brunson is not only an NBA champion, but Jalen Brunson is one of the best point guards I've ever watched in my life.
Man,
Wow. Wow.
man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow. Considering that you really hated his play style as a point guard,
Yeah.
this is
No,
Yeah.
a
no.
nice little change of pace.
The man literally low key plays like Jalen a little bit,
Yeah, I've been
but
being
the
told
right
that the
hand,
last 2 weeks.
but the
Yeah.
Y'all
right
bitch,
hand,
that's
and
it.
and he hates this man, and he's not only that, he swears up and down that he could beat him one on one, bro. Jay, we got a bag for you, bro.
It
Nah,
ain't
I'm
the
cool.
biggest
No,
bag. It
I'm
ain't the
off it.
biggest bag, but you know what
We
I
got
I'm off it. Yo, please, no, please. I don't want it.
mean?
Like,
okay,
like,
okay.
like I was wrong about everything. A lot of it was emotional. A lot of it was not logical. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The Villanova team did it to us in 2016. Villanova did it again in 2026, bro, in the NBA. Like, and from a basketball standpoint, I'm a real hooper. I love hoop. I love hoop. I love hoop. I'm not gonna get into it, bro. I could almost get
Mhm.
emotional how much I love basketball.
And you're
Mhm.
a real Tar Heel fan, so let's,
And I'm a real Tar Heel fan, but I'm saying I love hoops so much that if I was to hate on Jalen Brunson after that, I really wouldn't be a real hoop fan, bro.
That's all I've been trying to say.
Like I can't even keep going and even troll. Like even if I
Hmm.
wanted to just troll just to keep up with the character I've built against
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, like it was all legit up until a certain point. I was
Hmm.
texting people on the side like, yo, don't say a word, but Jalen is him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because it was like, bro, I watched the parade, I watched the celebration yesterday, didn't feel away. Like I've
Hmm.
been let go of all my hate I had because
Hmm.
when he did what he did against Cleveland, down 23 points with 7 minutes to go,
Hmm.
I said, bro, he got it, bro. I don't need to see nothing else. For me,
Right.
that's when it was the Jalen stuff was over for me.
Hmm.
Like I was like, yo, he got it. I bet on the Knicks
Right.
several times. I came up like $150 off the Knicks.
I did too. 250 or $5.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
We see.
it'd be
Yeah.
like that, bro. Ray came up $80 off $5.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid, right? So I say all that to say, and I pass the ball back to y'all.
Hmm.
Jalen, I'm sorry, bro. You will never hear again from me that you suck, you're
Hmm.
trash, your braids still are super trash,
Super trash.
your tape line is super whack.
Right.
I don't like the faces you make and all of that. I'm going left. Come back, come back.
Yeah.
I you're an amazing basketball player, bro. You have
Hmm.
my respect. You're a champion, and I will agree. He's on the same cloth as Kobe and Jordan in the clutch. He is
Hmm.
more clutch than LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's more clutch than KD. He's
Yep.
more clutch
Mhm.
than I got a list of folks that he's clutch. I'm still battling in my
Curry?
mind. No,
Okay.
but
He's
he's
not
on.
more clutch than Steph Curry.
No, I'm not gonna say more. He's on the
Hmm.
same. I'm not gonna say more or less than anybody. My top five playoff or fourth quarter clutch players are
Hmm.
Kobe, Jordan, Jalen Brunson, no order,
Hmm. Hmm.
Steph Curry, and I would probably have to go like maybe it's a toss up between D Wade and maybe Kyrie,
Hmm.
something like
Mhm.
that. You know what I'm saying? But either
Right.
way, he's there, and he's valid enough for anybody to say he's one or two.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
yeah, that said, I got a question for y'all real quick though.
Hmm.
Rick Brunson, his pops, shout out to his pops too.
Hmm.
He was featured in mad different interviews from mad different stations, whatever it was, post game.
Hmm.
And man, I almost got emotional again just from being a hoop fan of like,
Yeah.
bro, that's that man's bro, that's a father
That's his
son
son.
duo. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
it was just so fire. And then I lost all respect for this man. Did y'all see what he said about Patrick Ewing?
That Patrick Ewing's the
No.
greatest Nick of all time.
He said he don't care.
Right.
Ewing,
Hmm.
with his son holding the Finals MVP next to him,
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing is the greatest Nick ever.
Yeah. I agree.
How do y'all feel about that?
I agree personally, and I'm only going to speak really quickly. The only reason he could say that is because of Ewan's tenure. Ewan did not win a
Yeah.
championship like Jalen Brunson did. Ewan, I can't say he didn't enjoy the same level of success because he kind of did, right? Like there was a few times in the early '90s where in order for the Bulls to go to the finals, they had to go through the Knicks. We had like successfully replaced the Pistons, and Ewan was at the head of that. And all throughout, from the time he was drafted throughout the '90s, it was Ewan powering that team to the records that they had, to the success that they had. He's an 11-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA player, first team, and he doesn't have any championships to speak of now that Brunson has his. But it wouldn't have been Brunson anyway. It would either have been Ewan or possibly Walt Frazier because Walt Frazier won 2 championships, made 4 All-NBA first teams and 2 All-NBA second teams. And he didn't play as long. He's pretty much had like a Brunson run. Like he got traded from one team. He didn't get drafted by New York, I don't think, unless he did.
Was it Portland?
No, no, I think he did get drafted by New York. We traded for Black Jesus. He was in Baltimore when the Baltimore Bullets had the team. And so once they got Earl Monroe, because Clyde came from Atlanta, Clyde's from Atlanta. We drafted Clyde and paired him with Earl Monroe. We already had Willis Reed, excuse me, and we rolled out that team to 2 championships. That team had to go through Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West to win their championships.
Mm.
And Walt Frazier was Willis Reed won the first one in '70, the first Finals MVP, and Walt Frazier won the second one. Walt Frazier,
Mm.
when he won the second one, that was the one where he had all of those steals in the final closeout game. He had like 35 points, 15 assists, something like that, and a bunch of steals. That to say that Jalen Brunson is, I think he's on track to be the greatest. I really don't see, especially with the East being the way they are, I don't see the Knicks falling out of the Eastern Conference Finals kind of talk for the foreseeable future. Whether we make a championship or not, I think that long-standing success plus the championship is going to power Jalen past Ewing at some point. But he would have to put his time in. That's pretty much it. He just doesn't have enough time yet. That's all.
What but I guess I hear you logically, technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
This is my son who just won, and nobody asked me anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to say I don't care about him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, nobody
Nobody
asked
prompted
him?
him. Nobody asked him.
No, bro.
Oh, so then
Oh
there,
yeah,
that's very
wow, he's
strange.
just a hater. But you know
That's
why?
very
You know
strange.
why? You know why I'm starting to think? Because I think they asked him, "Hey, do you know who was the first person to score 40 points in a finals game as a Knick?" And he was like, "Nah." And it was like, "It's you." And he was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I thought it was gonna be Rick Brunson." That was my
Yeah,
guess.
he
He
did
said something.
say
He
that.
said something.
He
He said
did.
something like that to that
He
effect.
did.
And
Maybe a slick
that's
talk.
probably how they play. That's probably how they
Yeah.
play. He probably took a little personal, a little
Yep.
jab, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you never know. But yeah, I think that
Okay.
was just bad timing above all else. Really, you don't say that even if it's true. And I agree with Ant. It's just the tenure for Ewing, being that he also kind of brought the franchise out of the dump a little bit, a lot of
Right.
it, and then sustained that success. He was just a lone player for the longest until they got Allen Houston's and Starks and Larry Johnson and all of that. So I mean, it just he was also in the same league as Jordan. That was a lot of people's problem back then. But
Yep.
I think at the end of the day, he just needs more time. Like when we look back after Jalen's career, it's for sure like, oh, it's Jalen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
At
Yeah.
some point.
Okay. All right. I mean,
yeah,
y'all are real New York Knicks fans. I'll take it from y'all. If I had my opinion, it would be Ewing. The same three, like Walt Frazier,
Mm-hmm.
Pat, and Brunson.
Yeah.
I think I was a prisoner in the moment a little bit because to me it was like, yo, Pat, get him out of here. Like, not
Right.
even not disrespectfully, but just Brunson won. You know what I'm
Brunson won a
saying?
championship. It's
Yeah.
easy to do
yeah,
that.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I think
Mm-hmm.
not putting enough respect on Walt Frazier. Clearly, he got two for
Mm-hmm.
first teams. You just said all of that stuff. It adds up.
Mm-hmm.
Another question.
And my
Yeah,
fault, but real quick, and also he's just not putting enough respect on Ewing's name because he's the first person that everybody blatantly in that draft they cheated for. Like because he
yeah,
was
Mm-hmm.
such a unanimous
Yeah.
great college player coming into the league. He was supposed to be who he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be a
Right.
champ. So you know what
He
I
came
mean?
in. He came in when the lottery was being introduced, and once the idea of the lottery was introduced, everybody formulated the plan to start tanking. Like that was the very first experience of tanking when NBA teams were purposely losing games so that they can get a low enough record to get a high enough chance. Because that's how it went. You know, if you had the worst record, you had a 25% chance of winning the lottery because you had that many balls in the thing going around for you because you had the worst record. So when Ewing came, they caused controversy and he came to a team full of cokeheads, and I'm sorry, I don't even know if we can say that on this particular pod, but they were drug addicts, like heavy drug addicts, and that was the league at the time. You had Michael Ray Richardson out here wilding. I don't know if that name means anything to y'all. That was the guy that they kicked out the league. He was the first player that got kicked out the league for drugs, like
Oh
banned from the
wow.
NBA for
he
drugs.
must
And
have been wilding then.
he was
Yeah.
very much wild, and he was doing drugs during halftime of games, but he was still averaging 35 points. He was the
Hey
and
yo,
no, and I am not exaggerating. Look, if you Google Michael Ray Richardson, you'll see he was doing
oh,
drugs during games. There was a game where he was playing Cleveland. Michael Ray Richardson scored 41 points. After the game was over, the Knicks were heading towards the bus to try to get out of Cleveland. Michael Ray Richardson was nowhere to be found. Michael Ray Richardson went on a bender right after scoring all of those points, and they had to find him 2 days later. They brought him back to New York, put him in a rehab program. He missed 3 days because he was in rehab. He came out of rehab, scored 35 points first game out. 35 points, 7 steals, or something like that. Some ridiculous number. He was a very good defensive player. But these were his teammates. And then if Knicks franchise they had Dave Checketts as the GM, we had a bunch of people in the front office who never surrounded him with talent. Now, granted, the model of building teams was different back then. There wasn't the big free agency that we see now. Like teams were still being assigned to So the players were still being assigned to teams and they were kind of locked in for a long time. That kind of changed later on in the 80s. But that's Patrick Ewing, while going through all of that, kept the Knicks in the playoff hunt. He was the runner-up in MVP in '91 to Jordan. He was the third player in MVP voting, I think, again in '94 when they went to the finals. And he spent like another 5 years, top five, top six in MVP voting. Patrick Ewing is an incredibly tenured Knick. He had to deal with a lot. We had to deal with us. You see what we do? We do the opposing fans wearing jerseys. If our players are terrible and they're not playing good, we let them have it too. Like that's why he walked around with a scowl all the time because he's really putting his not so much his life on the line, but he's putting it all out there. He's leaving it on the floor and nobody's respecting it. Even now, like when somebody mentions who's the greatest Knick of all time, in my opinion, it will be Pat. There's some recency bias there because I watched him my whole life, but really, but nobody else played as long. Like he's the team leader in points because he played the longest. Like there's been players who've had more success, but Patrick Ewing had to deal with the most and still ended up getting his. So,
And he
shout
was
to Pat.
6'9". Everybody thought he was a 7-footer the way he played. He's 6'9", center.
That I didn't
Mm.
know. I didn't know he was that
I
short.
didn't know either. I thought he was like 6'11".
Yeah. But
But
I mean, that
word.
checks out. That
Yeah.
checks out. But yeah, great Nick.
Word. That's crazy, bro. So my next question would be this. Like, I seen this online. Is Jalen Brunson's one championship equal to or greater than KD's two?
Yes. Listen, I'm sorry. I got a new one. I need one. I need one.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So now that we've broached this topic, we're going to start talking about some real, like, we're going to have some real difficult conversations.
Okay.
Difficult talking points, rather. So, let's just use this particular example, KD versus Brunson, as far as their championships are concerned. Neither player was drafted to the team that they won championships with. They both ended up going to the teams that they ended up winning championships with on their own via free agency, meaning they signed with that team. They opted to be there. But the difference was when Jalen Brunson opted to be here, the Knicks were not a team that had just previously won all the games and won a championship and did all of this great stuff.
Yep.
And when he came here, he there was no Steph Curry that he had to like because it was still Kevin Durant's clearly the better player on this team, but Steph Curry is the leader. Like he's the face card. But he's not the best player because Kevin Durant's here.
Right.
Jalen is both of those. Jalen is the face card of the team, the best player, the leader. He's literally everything to the franchise who won that championship. They don't have Jalen Brunson, they don't win a championship. If Golden State didn't have KD, they already had won a championship. So it's really not a comparable thing. But I call it this ISO because now we have to start talking about Jalen Brunson in comparison to other players people are still putting above Jalen Brunson. So I'm going to run down a list of players, and y'all tell me if you are 100% confident that in a 7-game series, that whatever team that player is on would beat Jalen Brunson's team.
Okay.
Luka Doncic. Is Luka Doncic a better closer leader than Jalen Brunson?
Nah, and it's close, but not after what just happened. No.
Yeah. Jokic, is he a better leader closer
yes.
than Jalen Brunson? Okay. Why is that? Because he had already done it, right? Because he done it. He's won a championship.
Yeah, as of now, it's equal technically when it comes to rings. When I look at the teams, I would say their team when they won and y'all seen when y'all won equally had supporting cast. Like they had big wings, they had defenders, they had shooting threats, they had dogs. I like the coaching and Mike Malone, very similar with Mike Brown. I look at the situations the same. I would say Jokic is just for a little bit longer, he's done it a little bit longer. You feel me?
Right.
So, and he's made just a couple more deep playoff runs. So that's why, but it's not far away, bro. Jalen is a season away from you asking me that again, and I say him. But
I'll accept that. I can accept that 100% because in my opinion, I would put him above Jokic mostly because of what we saw in this playoff run. And what we saw from Jokic during his playoff run.
You know what? I rescind it. It's Jalen, bro. Bro, he did it twice, bro. He scored on James Harden like 7 times in a row. Dog, bro, when he starts to get the ball, bro, I've never felt so nervous for a team I'm not a part of, bro, before.
Hmm.
I knew it. I
Right.
knew it. They knew it.
Right.
Everybody knew it. I don't
Right.
when Jokic has the ball, I know he could probably come out with a
Hmm.
bucket or a dime. Like he's
Hmm.
crazy clutch. They always talk about how he be hitting shots like this on AD
Yeah.
from half leaning. Like
Right.
it's a similar effect, but Jalen's run was insane. So
Right.
I rescinded. I got Jalen, bro.
Then I don't think we need to continue this because my big overarching point is that Jalen Brunson
Nah, keep
should
who else? Who else? Who else? Who else?
Shay,
Shea
Shay,
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Woo!
I'm taking
Hey,
Brunson.
he's in company now. Hey,
Right,
I'm
hey,
taking
right.
bro.
Brunson.
And he might be at the top. Bro, this is no longer a
Wow.
conversation. Everybody who you could possibly think of in the NBA, there is no one that you are 100% confident could beat Jalen Brunson. And if it came down to it,
Nah,
fourth quarter
yo,
for
Him
fourth
and Shay
quarter,
do the same
Jalen
things. He's
Brunson
just
is
a better
killing
shooter.
you. Who?
Yeah.
yo.
Who you
I said
said?
I said him and Shay do the same things. Brunson's just a better shooter.
Brunson's
So
a
you gotta
better
take
shooter.
that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a little bit shiftier, which is
He,
saying something because Shea
cause,
is
cause,
shifty as hell.
ooh,
Like
Right,
Shea
right,
is super
right.
shifty.
right,
Super.
right.
He play angles just as good. It is a very it's like they have comparable games, but whatever
Yeah.
drives Jalen is different
It,
than what drives
it's,
Shea, and
it's
it's that's where the
different.
comparison
Yeah.
separates. Jalen Brunson
Wow.
has become now. I wouldn't say the ultimate winner or anything like that. That's just way too
Nah,
big of
nah, no, no, no,
a
You
no.
know,
but he is.
but
That's where he makes his name. Go ahead, Noosh.
you know what it is too? It's he does, bro. He plays with intention every time, bro.
Yeah.
And
Right,
that attitude seeps through the whole team once they get it
right,
right, bro. But more
right.
Yeah.
so with him, like he can dead say, "All right, it's on me. We down 23. All right, I'm gonna bring it down 13. What y'all gonna do?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, he could talk it
Right,
like that.
right.
But he goes for his, like he goes for the buck. Like he's gonna get to his spots. He's gonna do what needs to be done. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
most of the time it's him shooting the ball. I mean, it just so happens to be that way, bro. That was
Right.
a 45 that you can never call calm. Like
Never.
Nah,
never, you
nah,
can never call that a calm
nah,
45. That was a
Mm-mm.
nah.
storm and a half to win.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, bro. It was
Yep.
crazy because he's had you say that, and that's very true. It's so crazy how two things can be true at the same time. He
Mm-hmm.
had a louder 36
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the other game.
Yeah.
He had a louder
yeah,
36 than the
Right.
45 he just dropped.
Right.
And to me,
100%.
the way I watched it anyway, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah,
100%.
but Nooch is still right in regards to it wasn't calm still. Like it still was
Mm-mm.
very let's go. I got us.
Very intentional.
What you got on this? You got five, I got something. You put
Mm-hmm.
in, I got the rest. Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like he got it, champ. Like
Yeah. Jalen Brunson may not be the best player in
yeah.
the
bro.
league, but it's not very many players
Nah,
you
but
would
even
put ahead
that,
of him.
even that though, right? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
who's the best player in the league then?
That's the question. Now you can't because of what's happened last night. There's too much recency bias to ask that question.
I
In
understand,
my,
no, but seriously, no,
mhm.
no. So now that the season ends,
Right,
you have a full body of work to compare
right,
and analyze.
yeah,
You have what you can call the clutch, what matters.
yep,
You have, bro. Y'all won the NBA Cup. I laughed at
right,
y'all.
He
yeah,
won the NBA Cup.
I
The
laughed at
yeah,
first team to
y'all.
do that.
yeah,
You
The
yeah,
feel me?
whole season. Nah.
We laughed
hmm
at y'all, right? Like, and the Thunder lost last year, but they was in it.
yeah.
So the NBA Cup has shown that it has a little bit more, you know,
Importance to it.
importance and reason than we
Yeah,
thought. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I don't know, bro. I'm not. This is coming from somebody that just let go of the hate. Like
hmm
I got him top three in the league. I would go Jokic,
hmm
Brunson, Shea
yeah,
to round it out, and then
hmm
probably like whoever you want at five. Like
right,
Luca, you can go Tatum, you go any
yep,
of those. Like
yep. I agree.
I'm not a big Luca fan, so you know,
Yeah,
you could put him wherever, but yeah.
I'm not the
Yeah.
biggest Luca fan neither, mostly because of just the difference in approach to the game. Like he's undeniably talented, but he's never going to lead his team to a championship. Like
Nah, it's a
he's
little
not that
different.
type. He's not that type. So that's kind of what I've always preached when it came to Jalen Brunson. It's not a whole lot of players built like him. Like from an
Yeah.
internal makeup standpoint. Like he's faced odds. This playoff run ain't the first time. There have been regular season games where they've come back from from being down. They were playoff series last year versus Detroit, where Detroit looked like they was about to run away with a couple of games, and Jalen Brunson turned it on. And that's where I put all of my favor in. Like, who's out here really trying to win? Because there's players with bags, there's players who was out here trying to put up the most impressive stat lines, and there are players who actually do it. They do the stat line thing, and they're undeniably talented. But when the chips are down and you need a win, there's a very short list of people that you would put above Jalen Brunson, and that list might be one person, and that's his counterpart. That's Shea. There's not, and I can't say that he's the best player because I can't say that as a basketball fan and a hoop fanatic. I just can't say he's the best player, which is strange because of what he did. But there's something to be said about a guy who could, average a 30-point triple-double, and it's a very loud,
You
very
talking
loud
about
triple-double.
Jokic?
I'm talking about Jokic. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
he still got it. He still got it.
I'm talking about and the only reason I wouldn't put if Jalen Brunson has a really good regular season next season, he will be the best player in the league to me. Like, it would be undeniable because whatever he does during the regular season, if he gets a chance to get in the playoffs, you know what he could do there too.
Yo.
So at that
Yeah.
point, it becomes a very easy thing. Like, now he has a regular season body of work because he already averaged 30. I don't know
He
what
did.
else he has to do.
He did.
Right? But there's going to be hesitation, even from people like me, before I stamp him as the best player in the league.
Yeah.
But when it comes to winning, he is the best winner in the league, hands down. There's not a lot. I can't think of anybody better. Not that I would definitively say with all my chest it's better than Brunson in the clutch.
Bro, I feel like how you saying, you can say Jokic, you can say maybe Shea, you can maybe throw Luke or say Luka, whatever, but he's the best designated driver in the league.
Yeah.
It don't matter the route. It don't
Right.
matter how much traffic. It
Yeah.
don't
Yep.
matter who's on the road. He's gonna
Mhm.
get you home. He's gonna
Yeah.
take you home, bro. There's many plays where I looked and I knew it was that time, and
Mhm.
he knew before I said anything that
Mhm.
it was that time. And I'm
Yep.
like, all right, Jay, we need one, Jay. I
Mhm.
ain't gotta finish my sentence. It's there. The bucket's
Right.
there. The shot is
Right.
up. Even when he took that shot in game 6 or game 4, I wasn't mad. I'm
At
like,
all.
I really in my heart said, oh, that's the one. And when
Mhm.
it didn't go, I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, it still ended the way in our favor. But I was not mad at that shot at all.
Not at all. It was a smart shot to take, considering the clock.
Yeah.
And pressing for an offensive rebound. You are already beating them on offensive rebounds the entire second half. So you roll the dice that if the shot don't go, somebody's gonna get it. And it just happened to be OG, and he did what he did. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. After last night, a lot of questions was answered. Becky Hammond, I should call her ISO on you. I really should, bro. I really should tell you about yourself for real. But I'm trying to make sure that this I almost messed up again. I'm trying to make sure that this hit YouTube. But if I got 5-10 minutes on my own and like a channel,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna light your stupid behind up because you. It's like if everybody else, like my brother right there, my brother Lowe, who was on the same train you was on, like that Jalen
Facts.
Brunson wasn't him.
Big time.
Everybody has at some point realized, okay, bro, I gotta just let him have it. Maybe I was wrong, and and
Yeah.
admit it. Everybody from Stephen A. Smith to Nick Wright, everybody who was on that highlight reel of people who's talking about we overpaid for Jalen Brunson and how Jalen Brunson's not
Yeah.
that. They all apologize except for Becky Hammond. She's like, I'm
Yeah.
not apologizing. I'm
Oh,
doubling
she said
down.
that?
Yeah, she said I'm not apologizing. If he proves me wrong, then he proves me
He proved me
wrong.
wrong, yeah.
And it's like you was wrong. You was wrong
Yeah,
the moment
see,
you opened your mouth. You
It
double
looks.
I see. I'm about to.
It's all
I'm
good.
about to.
It looks so. But see, that's what I was saying. It looks so bad when
Right.
you can't say I was wrong though.
Right. You
You know
just
what I'm
say you was
saying?
wrong.
It looks so bad, and I'm not. I think me and the people you named, I'm not saying it reluctantly.
Yeah.
It's like confidently. Like bro. It's almost like I don't want to go this far because I don't know if it's gonna be like, all right, Lo, you're bugging now. Like, stay over
Mhm.
there. But bro,
Yeah.
I almost became like a fan. Like it wasn't just like I was wrong and that was it. It was like,
Right.
bro, I seen his I think Pito posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, Pito posted it, bro. He said Jalen's my GOAT, and it was Jalen Brunson
Mm-hmm.
high school tape killing D Fox when they was in high school.
Yeah.
And he was doing the same shifty stuff, getting
Mm-hmm.
active the same way, dribble pull up off the dime, getting
Yep.
to the basket,
He might have dunked it.
finishing on two or three.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. It was like it's almost like because at Villanova he had moments, but you know, college kind of like waters down your game if you're one of them. And
Yeah.
so, but you seen what he did this season, what he was doing in high school, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, bro, like I'm going based off of point guard Jalen Brunson, who was probably the third best player on that Villanova team, maybe second. You know, Josh Hart was the one
Mm-hmm.
for Villanova. He was the one
Nah,
if you don't
Dante
remember.
was the one. Dante
Well,
was the
Dante,
best player on that team.
I was gonna say Dante, Josh Hart, and then
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Brunson, but even Chris
Yeah.
Jenkins could have been considered three because he's averaging
Mm-hmm.
at 16, 18, going
Yeah.
45, 50% from three. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Josh could have been considered fourth. So, but
Right.
yeah, bro, I'm not saying it like you was right, and then I'm trying to get out of there. It's like,
Yeah.
ayo,
Right.
hey Jalen, it's out the mud, gang. You got it.
Yeah.
like. Matter of fact, I'm like I respect you. Like
Right.
it's yeah, bro. Like yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
she sucks for that, bro.
Yeah.
But that's on track. I'm not gonna say any more words than that. Y'all read between the lines,
Mm-hmm.
but that's on track, right? Like
Yeah. 100%.
that A word
100%.
that A word is a little different sometimes. Uh,
Yep. 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 Just a smidge. Just a
you know,
smidge. Just a little bit.
that's a struggle sometimes in that on that side
On
sometimes.
that side, yeah, yeah, they
Yeah,
don't like that too much.
yeah,
They
but
run from that. They
uh,
are they are a divergent. You know what I'm
di-
saying?
di-
If the A is there, they just you know what I'm
Uh,
saying? But all right, we might be giving it away. We need to if we still want to keep the peace.
I don't care, bro. It's got
I feel you.
I feel that way. So,
Yeah, nah,
but
but
yeah,
mine watches this like religiously. So if
my,
this hits the tube,
nah,
she's gonna see this.
mine too. But
Okay,
Becky,
like,
you
all right,
was
cool.
wrong. Becky, you was wrong, and you still wrong, and you did
hmm
wrong. That's it.
Yeah,
yeah,
I hope they suspend you from ESPN for incompetence, straight up and down. Like I really
yeah,
think you need to
nah,
be sat down for some time. You have to apologize on camera to Jalen Brunson,
yeah.
or you're off. That's it. You're with Fox now or
Because
Tubi Sports.
it discredits, like I said right at the beginning when I first apologized. You
hmm
calling yourself an analyst, a hoop
hmm
fan,
Yeah.
a student of the game, whatever you want to call yourself. You
hmm
you can't be those things and say stupid stuff like that. Like I'm standing on it. If he proved me wrong, he just proved me wrong. Like
Yeah.
dog, now we can't trust your opinion the next time something
Not at
big. You know
all.
what I'm saying? It's like
Not at all.
you
Now you
you
Chris Bruce Hard.
yeah,
You're effectively Chris Bruce Hard.
it's bad news,
Oh,
and I super rocked with Chris Broussard for the
Yeah.
y'all
longest.
don't rock with
Right.
Chris
Right.
Broussard no more?
No, a lot of his stuff was
I
proven to be wrong.
I do still just because I think he's a good guy. Like, but
Right.
Ant is right. What was it, Ant? That the main thing that was he was I can't remember.
It was a free agent that he was told was supposed to be leaving his
Yeah,
team, and it caused a controversy. And then he found that it was discovered that the person who told him this was a person that was reputable, but what they was doing was making up some complete fabrication. He never vetted it. He went straight to the camera with
you
it, and
can't do
ESPN
that.
looked stupid, so they let
Yeah.
him go.
You
And
can't do that, bro. You know
right,
what I'm
and he did it
saying?
again on Fox. I don't remember what the situation was, but it wasn't basketball. I think it was a football thing, and a football player had to kind of like check him, like, bro, this is not even your lane. Similar to Damian Lillard getting at Dan Orlovsky for Dan Orlovsky, the football analyst on ESPN, saying something about Dame is just don't want it enough or something like that. Something to
What?
the effect of Dame didn't really
Which is crazy because you're
which
talking
is
about
crazy.
Dame.
Right. And so Dame kind of went straight at him and let him know. And Dan
Dan.
went on the ESPN the next day and was like, "Yeah, don't ask me any more basketball questions. I don't know enough about basketball. I'm not gonna answer
And
basketball
and,
questions."
and and even that is real, right?
Right. That's
You
real.
respect
Yeah.
that. Like,
I
you
don't
know what
know
I'm
enough
saying?
about this thing for me to continue making myself look crazy. So I'm just gonna back
Nah.
out now, and that's that.
Yeah, nah, facts,
hmm
bro, facts. But
Yeah.
nah, I mean, look, we kind of at time. We were
Mm-hmm.
going to go into some off-season stuff, but I guess we'll compile that with the draft. Maybe
Yep.
get Jamal back on here for that one. Maybe stunt because
Mm-hmm.
we can really break down a lot. I think we should look at.
I do
Uh,
got one question though.
okay.
What's
I
up?
do got one question. Seeing that we still with the final, what what does San Antonio have to do to get back to the finals?
They need a power forward, a vet power forward. That's it. They trade Fox for a vet power forward. I don't see. I think that's the best. You can't get somebody who's serviceable. You need somebody that is proven, and you need somebody who's going to be able to take the defensive pressure away from Wemby because he can't do both. You're clearly going to rely on him to score a lot of points and still kind of disrupt stuff at the rim, but he can't be a center. He's not a center. He doesn't want to be a center. He's dribbling the ball through his legs on the perimeter at 7'5" against guards. Like he does not want to play center for real. He's just really good at defense, so he's serviceable there. But if they get a power forward, they good.
Who?
That's the question.
San
And
Antonio. Oh, I got one. I got one potentially.
who?
Oh, what y'all think about this? You could, for your theory for De'Aaron Fox, swap
Mhm.
him for Jabari Smith Jr. That'll turn both teams up. Houston need a
That would,
point
but that
guard.
doesn't. That wouldn't take away. That wouldn't help San Antonio in this. They need a rebounder, if internal presence kind of player. They have all the perimeter
So
play that they need,
so
and
he,
Jabari's a perimeter guy.
Sengun is not a defensive player, but I'm just sticking with Nucci's whole
Hmm.
because Nucci is right. They have to solve for a point guard situation.
Right.
You probably get off Freddie early.
Hmm.
I think Fred VanVleet is going to be a great backup going
Right.
forward.
Or
Yep.
coach.
So if you or so do you go ahead and go Sengun because we need size and scoring because they could have went
Hmm.
Cornette if it was just about defense and paired him with Cornette. But
Yeah.
I think it's less about it's like yo, you're such not a threat, bro. They threw him
Hmm.
a oop,
Yeah.
and your man came from the 3-point line. Last
Yeah.
game,
Right.
bro. Why did he dunk it? He was at the rim and he tried to lay it up.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
bro. So like with that said, you still
Hmm.
I think it's like, hey, I just need size here because
Hmm.
Sengun will get 8 to 12 boards and scoring. But the
Hmm.
person I was thinking about, I don't know if they can make it happen. Utah might not want him, but Jaren Jackson Jr.
See now that's a perfect
Utah
scenario.
wouldn't want him though.
Utah
Yeah, they don't
Utah
need him
wouldn't want Darren Fox.
because of
Yeah.
Keontae George.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not gonna take. But that's the kind of guy you need. Somebody who can spread the floor, still play defense, still get you some boards, and just take some of the low post pressure off of Wemby. That's all they really need. They need size, and again, maybe not. The Cornette example is not the greatest because Cornette's just not. He first and foremost, he is a true center. He's not a power forward. You're not gonna be able to just
Very
roll him
true.
out. So you could, but you theoretically could convert Wemby to a power forward, and that'll be that. But then who you got? Kelly Olynyk, who did not touch the floor the entire
Which was kind of crazy.
right, or Plumlee or Bismack Biyombo. I think that's who's on that.
Yeah. Bismack.
So yeah, so those guys. I mean, because they're all traditional centers. They're just going to plot the paint and clog things up for Wemby. They're going to take driving lanes away from the guards. So you do need somebody who could knock down an open. Hey, Jaren Jackson, damn near perfect. Like that is, I can't get past that. I don't know how you make it work because you're not
I
going to get rid of any guards because you got some great guards. I don't know. Maybe you might make a run at Walker Kessler and make him your
Yeah.
starting center and let Wemby play power forward. But but Jaren Jackson is really really good. That mold, like Jaren Jackson, maybe Jalen Johnson from Atlanta, but you're never gonna get him for Fox. Um,
never.
What who else needs a point guard or could use a point guard that you can get Fox off for a power forward or a center?
The Bucks.
Nah, bro, he not.
Cleveland.
I thought but James Harden's not moving to the 2 and to the 3 because you start Don and James Harden. They re-signed to James Harden, bro.
You're already signing James Harden. You're not gonna make no wholesale change roster wise while making him come off the
Yeah,
bench. Even though I really think James Harden at this point in his career needs to come off the bench. Especially if he's gonna be in Cleveland. I think your
yeah.
best impact will be with the second team coming off. Like, and I hope this season humbled you enough to realize that in crunch time situations, you should not be on the floor. I mean, which was a crazy thing to say about James Harden. But yeah, again, like it's just we're basically trying to figure out what team could use a. Ooh.
But see, because remember, don't forget, and
Uh-huh.
the Cavs didn't trade Evan Mobley for Giannis. They denied that trade. That
They
became
did.
public. So there's no
Right.
way they're taking D Fox to get rid of even Jared Allen, which would be,
Right.
bro. Jared Allen and Wemby, bro,
Come
would
on.
be
But
crazy.
but that's
Now,
those are the low post players you need though, those types, not the ones that come like, that come with a lot. You just need them to do pretty much one thing that's just take pressure off of Wemby.
I
Go ahead,
got
Nuke.
it. I got it.
Who?
This is this would suck for D Fox, but
Okay.
ship him back to Sacktown for Sabonis.
first of all,
Yo, that would suck so bad for Fox, but honestly, I think that's retribution for what you did to them. Like you single-handedly gave the series away, so I think it's best to just send you back when we got you. We kept the receipt, we just returned you right, right. We
Or
just put you
so
back
bonus.
for some bonus.
You would have to probably give up him and probably Keldon Johnson or Vassell or something like that
Right,
to
but
make it work. But yeah,
man, that's perfect.
or what about Mr. Glass?
AD.
Yeah,
Now,
Nigga.
I
yeah,
mean,
I
I'll
mean,
say this. I'll say this, right? Just for the 40 games you'll get him and the playoff run that he might be a part of, D Fox got to go for Dylan to grow anyway. So it's
Right.
almost worth it. Like, but the only thing is Trey Young and D Fox ain't gonna play together.
yeah.
Not at
So
all.
then, my inverse situation, even though I don't think they would do it, but given if you give me enough draft picks, whatever, try
Mhm.
to get Scotty Barnes.
They not letting him go.
They're not gonna let him go. And,
Yeah.
that was all of these are great. Outside of the AD one, I don't like that one at all because he'll get injured when you need him the most, and that's really the
You
biggest
know,
problem.
yeah, that's the biggest
But
caveat. But basketball
yeah,
wise, that makes sense.
and basketball wise, yeah, if he's healthy, then yes, that's damn near perfect. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's those players that we're mentioning. Those are the type of players that San Antonio needs to go after. In order for them to grow, they have to let D Fox go. They have too many guards that could back up Dylan Harper. But if you do get rid of them, they need vets. They that's another thing they absolutely need. They need they need a veteran presence. Harrison Barnes don't seem to be enough of it. But you need to go after some vets that could talk to these
Hey
young
yo,
guys and
I
just
got
coach them
it.
through.
I got it. So I don't know how none of this works for money. So
Hmm.
this may not actually be able to happen, but money excluded.
Okay.
I think you do a 3-team deal. Okay.
Hmm.
You go because you don't want to give up all of your assets that helped you get to the finals this year,
Hmm.
but you do want to get off Fox and you want to pay Dylan on a rookie extension. So you get rid
Yeah.
of Fox, you get Miles Turner from the Bucks,
Hmm.
you send Giannis wherever, and then get somebody back. So you pair Fox with Jaylen Brown, right?
Hmm.
Fox, Jaylen Brown, and whatever's out there, and you roll with that.
Yeah.
The Celtics get Giannis like they wanted. So
Hmm.
maybe you go Jaylen Brown and Derek White. So they got Derek White, Fox, and Jaylen Brown. They're gonna make the Eastern Conference playoffs for
Yeah.
sure.
100%.
4 through 6 seeds somewhere in there.
Hmm.
The Celtics get better. The Spurs get better. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You get Miles Turner in the deal, who
Yep.
is underpaid, but he's gonna stretch the floor, gives
Hmm.
Wemby a little bit of wiggle. He could, yo, and
That
yo,
I like it. I like it.
maybe
I
something
like it
like that.
because I honestly was gonna say it's a done deal that will be a Boston Celtic before the season starts next season.
You
It's a
think
done
so?
deal.
It's
I
not
think
on in
Miami
the
is the
papers.
one still.
There's no player that you can get better than Jaylen Brown. I'm sorry. For
That's very
Giannis
true.
for Giannis, there is no other player that you can get for except for Jaylen Brown.
Cat.
I'm about to do I'm
Hey,
like I don't want to
wait,
pull
let's
one.
save this. Let's save all of this because
Okay.
Nooch did it, but I think we could dedicate a full episode to
Shoot.
off-season moves, team
Hmm.
reviews, and NBA draft. Because right now we're at an hour. We're a little over.
That sounds good. That sounds
So
good. We don't want
so
to bore you all to death.
I bet. All right, cool. But yeah, man, what y'all got for the outro? I'll say that my last piece and give it to y'all, man. Congratulations again to the Knicks. Shout out to New York.
Yes, sir.
Watching it makes me feel good for New York. I love this for y'all, man. Congratulations to y'all for sure.
Yep.
Makes sense, baby.
That's all I was pretty much gonna say. You know what I mean? It's been 53 years in the making. We suffered through Frank Ntilikina and Phil Jackson, and for some reason the team was so terrible that they convinced my brother that Kevin Knox was a better draft pick than Donovan Mitchell that year.
Yo,
But
he was sold, gang.
but listen, we know all that stuff, every argument, every mistake, everything that we've ever had to go through to get to this particular point has been worth it. As of last night, the Knicks are the champions. We'll be the defending champions. We can enter any conversation about basketball and actually be respected. Like Jalen Brunson did all of that. And, so shout out to the Knicks, shout out to everybody involved, but shout out to Jalen, man, for the commitment.
Hey, shout out to OG and Anobi, man.
Shout out to OG and
Anunoby.
Ogangwu.
Yeah.
Ogangwu. I know Anunoby. Ogangwu. Yeah. Ogangwu. That's his name. Ogangwu. Ogangwu. That man. Well, I appreciate you. You signed with Skechers. That was stupid. I'm sorry. I'm never buying your kit.
Yo, bro,
Nah,
y'all
the super bag.
Yo, y'all was supposed to have 7 minutes on OG. Y'all folded on OG.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Brunson ended up becoming the topic. But honestly, we could have talked about off-season stuff that should be happening this year, like players that we might end up losing, like Mitch and Shamit. But honestly, after winning the championship, I'm not afraid. I think they'll probably get a 1-year, 2-year deal, player extension on the last deal, just to keep this thing running. Try to see if they could run it back next season. But yeah, OG. When they announced that you was coming to the Knicks for Emmanuel Quickly, I got pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, we are losing Quickly, because at the time you were coming off an ACL injury or something like that, and you weren't really playing that much. So I wasn't sure about what you would bring. But doing what you did, saving us that one game, thank you for everything you did. The Knicks are the champs, man. This will be a long outro if you let me keep going. So shout out to everybody.
26,
Knicks 27. Knicks are 27 too. You're running it back.
Running it back, man. OG.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
We're not just one, not two, not three, not four, not five.
We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back in this decade for sure.
We out the mud on that one, man.
We not out the mud. We
They
clean.
always do it. They always do it.
No.
Y'all always do it.
Yeah.
Y'all always do it.
Because it's fun. It's super fun.
Look, Noosh left.
Noosh left.
Hey, man, shout out to the Knicks. Hoops
Yes,
with
sir.
Bo and the bros.
sir.
$8.
Yes, sir. Knicks at 26.
Get HWL, get your dough back. Get HWL, get your dough back. Ain't selling no mid, it's a whole pack. And young and I give you the whole pack for real.